senior Russia correspondent based in London, and he joins us with the latest developments. Dana, we're waiting to hear what Navalny's sentence will be, but regardless, the aftermath, I'm sure, is going to be messy. I'm assuming we could expect his supporters to oppose the verdict through demonstrations?
There's no question that Alexey Navalny is, looking at another at least decade added on to this 2.5 years that he is serving in prison. I think by any estimation, whether it be a human rights group or whether it be people that have been following the trial inside Russia, it is a kangaroo court. It is a sham. And this is Vladimir Putin trying to silence his opposition by any extreme measure, whether he tries to poison them. And Navalny was given Novichok years ago. And then he has returned to Russia to face trial. And now they're going to put him in a maximum security facility. They're going to move him from where he is now. And many fear for his safety. And just look at that picture of him standing in the court today. Not really a court. That was a room in a prison. They feared to bring him to court because of possible protests that would break out in support of Navalny. So they held this hearing in a court, a room inside the prison. Navalny looks terribly gaunt. I mean, I barely recognized him at first. And many fear that some of these digital images we're seeing, because nobody's allowed in the courtroom, they may be some of the last we see of Alexei Navalny alive. That is the fear.
We saw security crack down on protesters who took to the streets when Navalny was first imprisoned, and even recently we saw them crack down on anyone who voiced their opposition against the conflict in Ukraine. Can we say that given the ongoing crisis in Ukraine, the government will be on high alert and extra strict when it comes to demonstrations?
I think it's just so much more than high alert. I mean, they have muzzled any kind of opposition. They have intimidated people, they have jailed people, and they've attempted to kill people. Navalny himself said, at least it's become a nation of frightened people, of cowards, I'm quoting him now, of cowards who pretend not to notice the aggressive war against Ukraine unleashed by an obviously insane Tsar. So, I mean, Navalny, his main crime is not alleged embezzlement of funds from his organization, which was a political organization designed to challenge President Putin. And all observers have said that these charges are unfounded. His crime is challenging President Putin and calling out this deep, oligarchy, kleptocracy was the word I was looking for, of stealing billions and billions of dollars from the Russian people. And that's what he has exposed. And that is why he will never get out of prison while Putin remains in the Kremlin. So I think, yes, people came to protest against the war in Ukraine, and they have come out in support of Navalny. But every time they do, they are arrested by the thousands. And then they are chased down later. So the authorities look at the videos and they record the faces and the names and identify people and then go knocking on apartment doors. There is no opposition allowed in Russia anymore.
Well, despite Navalny's uncertain future, he seems defiant and he's vowed to continue his operations out of his prison cell. How big of an effect do you think that Navalny has on the opposition supporting population of Russia?
I think it's very limited now because he largely has been silenced inside of Russia and his political organization has been chased out. So the tweets that you see, the new investigations, and in fact, they've just released one this week, which says this yacht in Tuscany, Italy, belongs to President Putin. It's $700,000 yacht, and it is staffed by members of the Federal Security Service, the Secret Service. They only look after the Kremlin, and all of the staff on that yacht presumably work for President Putin, and that is President Putin's yacht, according to the Navalny organization. But his ability to organize grassroots demonstrations and challenge Putin within Russia is going to be very limited.
All right, Dana Lewis, thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour and sharing that insight with us.